Greetings. I hope this message finds you well today and you and yours are doing well and in good health. My message for today is how to create world peace in today's divisive 2019 world, especially here in the United States. I came to this country when I was 5 years old, and I grew up here. I had friends from all backgrounds going through the school system and different neighborhoods I lived in. And I would say most of the time, majority of the time, everyone gets along with each other. Everyone respects each other, whether you're at school, whether you're getting on the bus and the train. You see everybody, different peoples of all kind. They all share the same responsibilities, the same life, the same goals, aspirations. You're in the workforce, it's the same thing. So we're approached this time now in the post 2019 world where everything is kind of has become like an us versus them mentality, right? Everyone's just going at each other, and this maybe some elements were there before, but not to the level they are now. So how would you eliminate all that? And I would say it's through education and awareness, because you realize that the world that existed before 2019, what kind of world it was, and you just bring that education and awareness back. So if you feel that you're part of a certain demographic and you're being disrespected, then you deal with that through awareness, through education. You get involved in leadership positions, and you make the effort to sit down with somebody, because you turn off the TV and you turn off the news, and you live in a basic city or suburban neighborhood, and you'll have neighbors of all backgrounds, and everyone's getting along with each other. And even in work, you'll have those things. So I think a lot of these manipulations that you see, whether it's news or different forms of entertainment that get put out there, it's to some have the agenda to create chaos, right, and to create that disharmony. But we have to be the better people, no matter what your gender, race, or religion is. Even me as a Muslim in America can realize that we have to be willing to work with each other, no matter who you are. We all have those aspirations, our families counting on us, our personal goals, our jobs, responsibilities. At the end of the day, we're not so different from each other at all. So we cannot let systematic control, media, news, anything like that cause any friction between any of us. Because when we come together, we're more stronger together as a people. And that's how we can turn things around in this country, where younger people get involved in the positions where they have the power to make change. And you just can't let anybody run you out, because you know that I have to make the effort for future generations. And I guess it's just that common understanding that we need to come to, where social media has a lot to answer for in that regard too, where many friendships and relationships have been broken, and you just have to experience that real life interaction. Recently, I turned my social media off for like 6 months, and it's like I went outside and I interacted with people, and it's like all the chaos that was being caused by social media, it all evaporated. I meditate in my park, local park, and I interact with people of all racial backgrounds, and it was just that harmony and that love, and saying hi to each other, and unplugging from that AI interface that has all of us connected, and will continue to take away our humanity more as time goes on. So we need to take that stance of focusing on real human interaction. You have an issue with somebody, meet with them in person, and talk things out. Have a respectful discourse. And we're all unique in our own way, because if everyone thought the same and everyone think the same way, had the same ideas, then this world would become a boring place. And this world is just a beautiful place. It's a tapestry of many different colors and patterns, and we have to celebrate that. By forcing our ideas down somebody's throats or them forcing, down our throat, we all have to learn how to respect each other and bring respect back again, where we can compromise in debates. We know that, okay, if the news and social media suddenly went away, 90% of the division would go away as well, because you get on the train, you go to school, you go to work, you all live in the same neighborhoods of different races and religions, and nobody has any issue with each other. Everyone's raising their families and living together peacefully. Yeah, you'll have those that said, okay, the system was built on, racism, and there's other things. Yeah, there's truth to that. I'm not denouncing any of you. I love and respect each one of you, and I know that there are things, no system is perfect, right? But this country is a beautiful country, and if you all work together and put all differences aside, then this is a beautiful future we can create for people of future generations from all over. You can go to even my home country. You can go there, and there's people that are just like dying to get here, right? Everyone, even in those countries, has like a colonial mindset where they don't even love their own country. They're just trying to find a way out and come here or to Europe or England. But so you have to realize that this foundation that was here, where everyone has the power to coexist peacefully, right? And we are doing so, right? We can't let anybody say, okay, there's this issue, then there's that issue. So, if they have any complaints, I would suggest to them, get involved in your local government, township, city council, whatever have you, and you be the change yourself, rather than talking about anything or causing division or hatred on social media. And I support you, no matter what background or stance that you take, as long as you're bringing people together. But if you're causing any kind of division, then that's not a future we want to create. So if any of you have like children around, and you look at those children and say, what kind of world am I leaving behind for them? Is it the one where people are like arguing every day on social media, and where relationships are being destroyed, nobody's having that empathy for one another? Or do I want to leave a world behind where the key elements that make this society great are education, awareness, tolerance, just having that mutual respect and healthy disagreement for one another, because we know that it's everyone's unique in their own way, and that's that building factor that helps us make a beautiful culture in society, no matter what country in the world you're in, not just the U.S. You could be in the U.S., the U.K., Asia, Middle East, and majority of the time, if the people come together, then those who rule over you can't do anything, right? It's just like what Mahatma Gandhi taught, right? It was just a one big non-compliance. So if you can have that respect for each other again and come together for a common cause, and not let these agendas divide you, right? Because they're all feeding. It's a spiritual war, and it's there are things that feed off of this human ego and chaos and misery. But you want to leave a world behind that's about love, about peace, and about understanding for the sake of your children, right? It's not always about you all the time, because none of us have any guarantee that we're going to wake up tomorrow. So we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say that, what kind of world will I leave behind for these kids that will be here, right? And you have to be willing to take that opportunity, get involved in whatever you can, try to bring people together, whether you're Muslim, Jewish, white, African American, Asian, whatever you are. You deserve a right to an equal existence. In any country in the world, you deserve a right to an equal existence, and you deserve the universal human quality of being able to raise your family and to live with each other and to have that equal dignity and rights that everyone should deserve. And that's the world that we should strive for. And please have your ideas and express them freely, and be able to disagree with people, because that's how we will be able to get a common ground with one another, when we have that understanding again. And that's how many empires in the past were built, when all good people came together for a common cause. Then they lasted for thousands of years. I mean, this country's only been around for like 240 years. So we got to be able to create a future where everyone's just not plugged into AI. They're just looking at their phones all the time. Be able to unplug sometimes and just go outside, go for a walk, interact with your fellow man, just meditate. Excuse me. Just interact with others. And just teach your kids the value of respecting all human beings, right? I going through the American school system is a privilege, I would say, because it has this no system is perfect, but the one benefit that it does give you is that you get to experience and have interactions with people from all over the world and from all ethnic backgrounds. You only find that here. So that's a great skill that prepares you to deal with today's globalized world. So to get back on topic about eliminating division, just go outside and look at the neighborhood you live in, or go anywhere you want, and you'll see that people of all backgrounds and races are existing with each other peacefully. And yeah, you'll have those people also that are agents of chaos that come in all backgrounds too. They're not just restricted to one, that do cause human division and have their own agenda. That us versus them mentality. Now those people you have to be mindful of, but you have to realize, okay, let's focus on an individual basis, on my house and my mindset, that I will do what's right for my fellow man, and I will leave a better world behind for my future generations that will be here. Because even now, the luxuries and all our freedoms, we inherit that from those who struggle for it, those who strive for it. And we have to preserve that, and we have to be willing to work with each other, disagree with each other, and not just start cutting off everybody just because they don't agree with you. That kind of takes ruins the color of the whole world. So we all have to be willing to work with each other to make this world a better place for everybody. And to the young people, you don't like what's going on, I encourage you, get involved in your townships, councils, school boards, whatever have you. Because if you don't make the effort to make the change, then sitting from the sidelines and talking about it is not going to do anything either. So just get in there and try to make this an equal and better place for everybody. It has its imperfections, as all things do. We're human beings, we're imperfect. We all have our flaws that we need to work on. But focus on the big picture and say that, okay, I want to leave a better world behind. And whatever venue that I can choose, whether I can help somebody or make a difference in my life, in somebody's life, then I shall do it so. So, just think about what I said. I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm just speaking from the heart and off script. And I hope this message finds you well, and you take some heed to it, and just give people a chance. If we survive this long on this planet, looks like we can still turn things around if we just start working with each other, right? For the common cause of humanity's future. So I wish you and yours the best in all that you do. Thank you. I love you if you agree with me, and I love you too if you disagree with me. So see, there you go. Healthy disagreements. Thank you. Take care.